Hi, my name is Katie Ignaton, and I'm the Executive Director of Americans Against Abuses of Polygamy, and I'd like to welcome you to Day 3 of our Bean Fast. We have launched the Bean Fast, which is a week-long project to bring awareness to the fact that the children of the FLDS, which stands for Fundamentalist Latter-day Saints, have been on a beans and water diet now for almost 6 months, and that is at the behest of the leader of this cult. It's a polygamous cult that has been in operation for about 100 years now, and it's led by a man named Steed Jeffs, and as he sits in a Texas prison cell serving a life sentence for the sexual assault of children, he has ordered his followers to feed his children, or their children, hundreds of them, a diet consisting of beans and water. And the beans are served at breakfast, and they are served at dinner, and the children are to get no lunch. We're very happy that the FLDS has always been big on supplements. We do think that these children are probably getting supplements in the form of vitamins, maybe some powders. But honestly, living on beans and water is not a great way to live, nor is it an optimal diet for any growing child. They're forbidden from having any milk products, any processed food, any sugar. And I don't have problems with cutting sugar out of a child's diet at all, but when they can't have a glass of milk, there's a problem. So what we've done is we've launched this project this week. We have obtained a copy for 1 week only of what they're serving in the prison unit in It's the Powledge unit in Palestine, Texas. That's where Warren Jeffs is serving his life sentence, and where he dictates to his followers, just like any two-bit crime boss that's in prison, how to carry on with the family crimes, and that's what's going on. These are crimes against children, actually crimes against humanity, because even the UN recognizes the practice of polygamy as a human rights abuse of women and children. And the states of Utah and Arizona have done very little over the last 100 years to protect women and children from the human rights abuse of polygamy. And now that these children are being forced to follow this diet, we wanted to share with the world what Warren Jeffs is enjoying, or is at least able to enjoy. We know he goes on hunger strikes and fasts himself from time to time. But here's what he has available in his cell today. Today is March 5th, and this morning, for breakfast, Warren enjoyed pancakes, syrup, cereal, raisins, margarine, coffee, milk, scrambled eggs. None of those foods were available to the children, the hundreds of children trapped in the FLDS who got beans and water for breakfast this morning. For lunch today, Warren was brought to his cell fish, navy beans, oven potatoes, green beans, sliced bread, and tea. Yummy, yummy. And here's what's on his menu. Oh, by the way, the children of the FLDS don't get lunch. It's not necessary. So they had nothing while he enjoyed his fish and green beans and oven potatoes. For supper, he's having breakfast for dinner. Scrambled eggs, diced potatoes, biscuits, applesauce, oatmeal, which is a food that's been forbidden to anyone in the FLDS now. Breakfast drink, jelly, and margarine. Tasty, huh? I don't begrudge even a felon, any prisoner, getting a decent meal. I don't. I just want the children of the FLDS to have a decent meal. So we're asking you to join us this week in raising awareness of what's happening to these children, and how the states of Utah and Arizona are doing very little to protect them from their parents, who are, inculcated into this cult enough that they would follow the orders of somebody crazy like this. He's a sociopath. He rapes children. He took women away from men and reassigned them to other men. I mean, the craziness. Just Google Warren Jeffs, Google FLDS, and find out a little bit about, what has gone on in this cult for 100 years now, and how the states of Utah and Arizona have just ignored it. We're asking that you join us in the Bean Fast this week by sharing this video, sharing our blog, sharing our Facebook post, with your social networking buddies and pals, with your family by email or on Twitter, And if you believe in the power of prayer and would like to participate in the fast, it basically consists of beans for breakfast and beans and water for breakfast, nothing for lunch, and beans and water for dinner. And that's our stand in solidarity with the children of the FLDS this week. And if you believe in the power of prayer, let your hunger or your discomfort with that diet be a little spur to help remind you to pray for them. Would also like you to take some positive action by contacting the Arizona Attorney General, Tom Horn, and the Utah Attorney General, I believe his name is John Swallow, and ask them, please protect the children of your state who were born by no choice of their own into this felony criminal lifestyle, where they actually believe that if they don't grow up to practice the felony crime of polygamy, the human rights abuse of polygamy, that they'll be doomed to hell. And I don't know of any other felony you can commit and raise your children to commit that the state doesn't take action. But this one particular felony, because there's a certain line of thought out there that it doesn't hurt anybody as long as everybody's consenting, it's baloney. It's baloney. There is no consent when your eternal life is at stake if you don't agree to do it. So, please share the information about the Bean Fast and join us in standing in solidarity with the children of the FLDS this week and their suffering. And believe me, it's day 3 and I'm not pleased with my diet right now. I'm a little worn down, a little tired, probably a little more grumpy than I normally am. And it's going to be a long week, going through the home stretch. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you back here tomorrow, God willing, and if the creeks don't rise.